Affordable housing. Well, that's an excellent idea and great concept. A lot of talk has been going on lately about need for affordable housing and how difficult it is for first-time home buyers to get into the housing market. Well, this video may give you some ideas and maybe help you in your search for affordable housing. First, you have to change some basic what your expectations are. If you are looking for affordable housing in California, Oregon, Washington, New York, and other states, yeah, you can't buy a lot of house under, or any house under $400,000 or $500,000. But maybe there's another option. Currently, we are in Florida. This is southern Florida, Fort Myers area, and there's a lot of devastation left after the last couple of hurricanes of 2.5 years ago. But there are some opportunities as well. So let me show you a couple of things and see if you can make sense out of this. Affordable housing. So what is it, and who makes the decision what affordable housing is? Having been born in a communist country, I remember the government was the only entity that knew what something cost or something was worth. But if we are not a communist country, then affordable housing is whatever you can afford. It's like, what is affordable bicycling? Well, it's the bicycle you can afford or choose the money spent on. So affordable is what you can afford. It really is. If you ask yourself, that's what it is. Would you want to live in a big city on a 22nd floor of some high-rise and have 17 neighbors on your floor? Maybe that's affordable. You want to have a little privacy and have a little home to yourself? Broaden your mind. There's plenty of places that you can afford more than you realize. But you might have to move. I'm not calling you to Florida, but there are other places across the country where there are homes. You may even need a little work or whatever, but $100,000 and $150,000 can still buy you a home. Your first home, not your dream home. So get the dream out of the picture. But you might have to move. Because affordable something is not necessarily where you want it to be. Is where the opportunity is. So grab the opportunity, because this country allows you to do that. Not many do. So all the best. Get to it. Get serious about it and put it in your own hands. Thanks for watching. So when we were looking for a second home, my first choice was a Prevost, but with the cost of $2 million, we decided that was unaffordable, so we bought this. So this turned out to be our second home. It was affordable to us. But in another world, this house is cheaper than that one. So this house is cute, and it's cost less than our second home there. So affordability, you decide. So we are in the RV park in Fort Myers area, and this area was devastated by hurricane a couple of years ago. This particular park had about 1,600, I'm gonna say, housing units, and over 400 of those were completely destroyed. What is left here is the basically sewer and water and electric lines are remaining. So the park was generally mixture of manufactured homes and RV lots for people like us, people that drive up and stay a week or month or a season, whatever. But that has changed since the last hurricane, but it has created some opportunities as well. So in order to find an affordable house, you might have to come to South Florida and see what you can get for the money. Maybe 150,000 doesn't buy anything where you are, but it does here. This is one of the example homes that has been redone since the hurricane, and there are plenty of others, and many of those homes are in the price range of $120,000 to $150,000. That may not be your dream home, but it could be your first home. I'm not pushing this particular RV resort or advertising it, but it's just an idea, because in this market in Fort Myers area there are plenty of job opportunities, which would make it pretty comfortable of paying for your home if you only bought it for $120,000. So after a year or two you sell or move on, but you gain experience, maybe some equity. So don't think about affordable housing has to be where you are and because you like it. Maybe you like the neighborhood, or maybe you like the city you live in. But just like young new graduates, they have to follow with the job lead. So when you get out of college looking for a job, well, maybe it's not in your hometown. Maybe you have to move across the country. Maybe you change the cities or whatever. But you have to do what you have to do. So getting that first house may be as easy as moving out of state. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, I can't afford to move and this and that. Well, if you don't have $1,000 to move, perhaps you shouldn't be buying a house. So once you get yourself established, or let's say you save a couple of $1,000s that you can move, then you can look at for housing opportunities. But if you are flat broke, you don't have a job, or you make a minimum income, well, that's not going to be affordable housing if you are making $10 an hour. Before you give up on affordable housing, consider Florida. Nice weather, no taxes, plenty of job opportunities, and plenty of affordable homes. So $150,000 will get you started, may even turn you into an investor, because there's opportunities with these homes as well. But that's another video. So plenty of homes here, plenty of opportunities, but you have to be willing to relocate, and housing is not going to be as problem as you thought it was going to be. If you find this video funny or useful, consider subscribing to my channel as we travel across the country in the RV, and just happen to be living in South Florida right now in our version of affordable housing. So affordable housing, what is it? Well, hopefully it means different things to different people. To some people, 100,000 is affordable house. To some people it's in a million or 10. It doesn't matter. It's not or it shouldn't be the government definition of affordable housing. Is what you can afford. So South Florida calling, plenty of opportunities, plenty of affordable homes. You just have to maybe get off your butt and make the move. Thanks for watching. On the right side there's a couple of homes who have been redone, remodeled, fixed up, and make it livable. On the left is the old home. That one is sitting here since the last hurricane about 2 years ago, and probably will be torn down, or I'm not sure if anybody's fixing it. It doesn't look. So after you've purchased your first house here, after a couple of years, this may become your investment property and you get going. So keep that in mind as well. Yes, these are manufactured homes, about 800 to 1,000 square feet, generally 2 bedrooms, 1 bath or so. But again, it's a starter home. This particular RV resort is 55 plus community, which generally means that most, I think 80% of owners have to be, one of the owner has to be 55 plus. But that also means that about 30% of owners can be less than 55. So meaning, you can be in your 20s and your 30s. Another finished up home, new siding, new carport, little shed. The HVAC system has been raised above the flood level. Little garage. Small lakes, I don't think my wife doesn't call these lakes, they're ponds or something. But they're cute. Yes, they are small, but they're cute. Generally, communities like this have swimming pools and recreation facilities. This one in particular has two working pools. The biggest one is actually being remodeled because it's still damaged from the hurricane. But there are two working pools right now. Also, we have there's a security guard, so there's a live 24/7 entry gate, the security guard, so that provides a little bit of safety. And so yeah, it's all together could be a good start. A couple of more homes, quite a few of them are for sale. Do you know what you can afford? And how about renting first? Back to Florida. This is a high season now, so the rents may be a little bit higher. But comes June, July, and August, the rents will drop significantly. Maybe that would be a good time to move. Maybe renting first. Looking into option to buy. What is your rent payment history? If you can't pay a rent, you probably can't own the house either. No matter how, quote, affordable the house is. Something else to consider. As a former landlord, I can tell you that being the renter is not as bad as they say. As a renter, you can have a budget. You know what your housing cost is, more or less. As a homeowner, you have to have a checkbook. Because you have to have a check, money, to pay when the roof leaks, when the HVAC system is dead, or the plumbing is clogged up. So home ownership is not, it's like rescuing the dog, quote, free dog. People jump in dog ownership because they think they got a free dog. There's a lot of cost associated with having a dog, just like it is owning the house. So affordable housing, yeah, it's what you can afford. Thanks for watching.